Did you know that a Bitcoin can be divided into millions of pieces? Discover how the bit unit transforms the way we buy Bitcoin. Want to stay up to date with the latest news? Subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell. A single Bitcoin, BTC, is made up of 1,000 bits, allowing even the cheapest goods and services to be purchased with this digital currency. Imagine going into a store and, instead of having to pay for an entire Bitcoin, you can pay with fractions of it, making your everyday purchases easier. Bits are more than just numbers. They represent a new era of financial transactions, where access to Bitcoin becomes democratic and accessible to everyone. If you previously thought that Bitcoin was only for big investors, now is your turn to discover how this unit of measurement can transform your shopping experience. One Bitcoin is worth a lot, but what if I told you that you can trade in units of dollars? That's right. With bits, you can enter the world of Bitcoin without having to spend a fortune. One Bitcoin, BTC, can be divided into 1,000 bits, allowing you to make transactions of any size. Now, instead of worrying about saving up to buy a whole Bitcoin, you can start investing and buying goods and services with tiny fractions. Imagine being able to buy your morning coffee or that book you wanted, all using bits. This flexibility not only makes everyday purchases easier, but also opens up a world of opportunities for beginner investors. If you're curious about how this new form of digital currency is changing the way we consume and invest, this division is the key to democratizing access to Bitcoin and thus shaping the future of financial transactions. Thanks to this subunit, you can start buying goods and services with just a few bits, making Bitcoin a viable option for everyone, not just for large investors. This flexibility is changing the way we interact with money. Instead of waiting to accumulate a whole Bitcoin, you can use bits for small transactions, making your day-to-day life easier. Imagine going to a store and paying for that item you've always wanted using just fractions of a Bitcoin. This is how accessibility demystifies the complexity of Bitcoin. The complexity of Bitcoin disappears when you realize that you can use it in smaller chunks, allowing everyone to participate in this new digital economy. If you've always felt intimidated by the financial jargon and large numbers associated with Bitcoin, now you're part of a revolution that is changing the way we interact with money and commerce. What's more, Bitcoin is not just a currency, but also a new language. This new language, bits, allows people of all ages and backgrounds to interact with digital money in an easier and more practical way. Instead of waiting to accumulate a huge amount, you can start using bits for everyday transactions, democratizing access to Bitcoin and making it part of your everyday life. Imagine buying your ticket to a concert or an amazing app using just a few bits. This flexibility is creating a new paradigm where everyone can participate and benefit from the growth of the digital economy. A big advantage of dividing into smaller subunits is that smaller transactions are faster and more accessible. To stay up to date with the tips, subscribe to the Financial Revolution channel and activate the notification bell so you don't miss anything.